So the whole point in me coming to Illinois was to find houses to flip with my family. That was the entire purpose. And also, obviously, just being closer to family is nice when we got kids. But the bigger point behind it was find houses to flip with the family. And although we have found a few, securing them, whole different story. Even when you got cash, like shit just goes so fast. And I'm just saying to those who might want to get into this kind of business where you're finding houses that most people don't want. There is also a group of people who are doing the same shit you're doing, right? Like they're looking for I don't want to say dilapidated, but houses that nobody is really interested in, and they're willing to pay for them too. The problem though is, right, the biggest important part of flipping, at least in my mind, is how you buy, right? Like if you buy bad, then you're eating into potential profit when you sell. So you want to get it for a decent price. And what's ended up happening a lot of the times is we find a place we like and we think, oh, it can go for, it's really worth this amount, right? Maybe you found a place for 50,000 and let's say you think it's worth, 38 to 45 or something like that, right? By the time we even be like, all right, let's consider this. Either somebody has paid full asking price, they paid the 50, or they've taken it off the market for some other random reason, right? So it's competitive is my point. And you can't let competition make you do stupid stuff with your own business and your own plan. So like there is a world where we could, if we saw a house that someone asked like 60, 70, 80, 90,000, right? We could pay that. But you have to look on the other side of it. Is like how much could you reasonably get for that house in this neighborhood, right? Like what are houses that are fixed and beautiful and like everything people want? What do they go for in the area you're looking at? And if you paying 80, right, and you got to put 35, 40 into it, let's just easy numbers, right? So you're at 120 all in. If you get it for 80, you pay 40 to fix it up. But you could only get 145. Like what was the point between the actual closing costs and shit and the time that you spend in there? You're not making any money. And like that's not what I came here for, right? So the other part of it is patience. You have to be able to exercise patience when you're doing something like this, because although there's a bunch of houses out there, there's also a bunch of other people who are trying to do what you're doing, and they're willing to sometimes pay more, even if it's not a smart move to pay more. So you can't let other people's unprofitable nature, because they're just trying to get to the house, you can't let the way they're doing things dictate or change how you're doing things. You might have to look in a different area, but like the numbers are the numbers, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, and I'm trying to, I guess what I'm trying to learn in this process is just being patient and waiting for the right thing. Because like, again, I came here for this, but I also would like to be in it full time, right? I want to get that first property going so that we could have a plan so I could be, out on my own. Thinking about like how long will I keep my current job, that kind of stuff. But it's just not time yet. And that's the message today. Is sometimes it's just not your time yet. Like that's hey, it is what it is. I can't go out on a limb where I don't have a plan for how income's going to come into the house, and we don't have a property bought, right? So like right now, I just got to be patient. I just got to sit, and that's all I can really do. On a side note, I've been going to the gym now. I'm showing you this. I've been going to the gym 6 days a week, right? 6 days a week. 6 days a week. For like a month and a half, almost 2 months. It's Sunday morning. This bitch is empty. So, I'm not saying that people, some people are religious. They might have reasons for not being at the gym Sunday morning. But it's interesting to me how few people show up for themselves at the gym. And the other crazy part, the only people that I see in the gym consistently seem to be old as hell. Like, there's a few young people. Don't get me wrong. It's not like all elderly, but like the people who are here consistently seem to be old, and it's not troubling, but it's somewhat. It does worry me a little bit that people don't seem to realize how important their like health and building muscle and all that shit is to your ability to move at older age until they get to the age where they start to lose all that shit. So I don't know, just something I was thinking about when I looked out in this parking lot. But yeah, man, I guess the point is I want to give an update on like how the real estate plan is going, and quite honestly, we haven't done anything with it. Like, I've been helping my folks with the flip they had bought before I got here. And I'm not like monetarily involved in that at all, really. But I've still learned a lot since I've been here, right? I've still learned a lot about like what needs to go into a house when it's completely gutted, what needs to be looked at, what you need to consider when you're buying. Like that kind of stuff is very valuable. But we just haven't got to the point where we're churning, right? We're not in the weeds of it yet. And I was expecting to be in the weeds at this point, to be honest. Just because the amount of inventory, obviously, in Illinois is larger. But the fact of the matter is, with more inventory comes more people. So, hey, it is what it is. Can't complain. Just wanted to give y'all an update. Hey, get y'all asses in the gym, man. Get up and don't sit in your ass all day. Go for a walk. Do something, please. I'll talk to you later.